Throwing on third down, Luck. And able to find Dorsett. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Colts are going to have a first. They tried a corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on second down is Luck. A dump down to Turner. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the red zone now, Luck.
Oh, my God.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And tough starting field position here. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And we were down in the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Mariota to throw it this time. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Second down, Mariota. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. First down carry for Henry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Wright's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. And there's a flag on the field. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. And now we look at the defense for the Colts.
Mike Adams can cover receivers whether he's playing in the slot or outside the numbers at cornerback.
Love it.
On second down, here's Henry. Bulldozes past him. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
On third down, Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff to start it.
Come on, man. What you stopping
Just a
for?
yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
He's going to loft one deep inside here. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. From the 50, it's Love. And he's got Moncrief. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Good throw, good catch, and the post route successful for the offense.
Really difficult on the defender. He got moved out of the middle of the field and tried to scramble to recover, but it was too late to stop the completion.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Luck on first down.
Fuck.
And it's intercepted.
Come on.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right.
God, come on. Good touchdown. What am I gonna do about that one?
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, Good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on second down is Locke. Going up top. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And now a first down following that long gain. Another pistol look here. They'll run here with Turner. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
That's caught at the 1. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it third and goal.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can
Jay Love 6-0.
Yard here on third and goal. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Oh my God.
So backed up to the 6 now. Third and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Third and goal. Gore. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down at the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat.
Here we go, Ohio!
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And runs like that, those are the ones that got Mr. Henry that Heisman Trophy a year ago.
Not only is he big, strong, fast, I love his agility and his vision.
Come on, man.
He piles up the yards.
Derrick Henry all alone. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big run there by Henry. 44 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come out here in the I. Now they'll run it on the toss. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
One receiver left is Hilton. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yet again, here's a wildcat look. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And an alley to run. Derrick Henry all alone. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Final play of the half here. Mariota surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Titans now. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Another Wildcat look here. We've seen this a lot.
Oh my God. This is bullshit. He killing me with this Wildcat. He won't get no more.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter.
And got his man complete. Locked to Hilton on the hook up there. 44 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Robert Turbin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
You killing me with that Wildcat shit.
As they get set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. And getting a look at the Wildcat here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run here. It's Murray. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
defense has it 1st and 10.
Flex round. Come on, let's go.
Stays on his feet. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The veteran Robert Mathis there to make the tackle. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On 3rd down, Murray. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
But not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another 1st down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice.
Come on, man. Oh, shit. Sorry, that's all right.
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they wanted to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did know, they are down on the scoreboard. And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They are going for it. It's locked. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Colts coming out now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
but he
up.
Trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. And that is
bullshit, man.
Chuck Pagano decides to go. It doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
Short-term memory.
and move on to the next series.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. They run with Murray, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this one. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Killing me, man.
DeMarco Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep.
330.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And
Nope,
last time
7.
went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to
25
go
an
for it
hour.
on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Yep, all the way to my birthday.
Lovely looking deep ball thrown. They were just unable to connect.
That's next June.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Yep.
Play fake to Turbin. Now Love. He's going to try and go deep.
I do the same thing.
His pass is intercepted for the
Same
4th
shit.
time today. Picked by the rookie Miles Killebrew. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And then they got another project for me to do.
They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. I love it. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Mariota to throw
I bring home that much.
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And what a return as he brings this
I bring him home 5 days, 40 hours.
now their offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Following the fumble recovery, here's Love. A dump down to Turbin. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining.
Football's already told me. He said, man, you can take a day off anytime you want to. I said, I'm good.
Defense showing blitz. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. And again, it's Turbin. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Robert Turbin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Luck will try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They come out here in the I. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it down to the 32. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
He was telling me, man, my boss was telling me, it's like, man, them motherfuckers up in Detroit, they do not want to work. I was like, for real? He's like, yep. He said, man, that's all they want to do is get a check. They don't want to do shit. He said, man, I have a bus, pick them up. Yeah, they said they have a big house. They said they got a lot of work in Detroit. I was like, man, you take me down there, I'll make sure they work. He said, yeah, you'll be the supervisor.
There's really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead, not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving, and they can win it right now.
Derrick Henry, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
These motherfuckers don't want to work $25 an hour. Come on, man.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
I said, that don't make no damn sense.
Left, 2 to the right.
I said, you take me up there, I'll make sure these motherfuckers work, or I'll get rid of their ass and get another one. Want to work. Shit, pay me.
3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy.
And that's caught inside the 30. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 46 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass, because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
On 1st and 10, Luck. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I said, shit.
But not the position they want to be
He said,
in.
yeah,
Still a very,
well,
very
we got a
small
lot of
chance
work
here,
to
but
do.
they
So I
all
said,
see
take me
here.
down there.
Agreed. That means they've got to
That's
get it to
what
the
happened.
sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Now Luck completes it to Moncrief left side. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the red zone now, Luck. And it's hit there, altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by the rookie Miles Killebrew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake.
He's got a man complete. A gain of 35 that time. And he'll give the Titans a first down. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception.
It's caught inside the 25. A pickup there of 37. And the Titans are going to have a first.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch,
Anyway,
but
go
they
eat,
have those
man.
big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
He was looking
Yeah,
for
number
Dorial
4
Green
seconds.
back, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. And this looks to probably be the final play.
That one was thrown into the end zone, and when they made a play on the ball, it was actually tipped up
I
in
don't
the
give a fuck
air.
either.
That's not ideal for anyone on defense because what's ordinarily taught is to knock the
Come on,
ball
babe. No, sit over here. No, sit right here. No, sit right there.
To make sure that the offensive guys can't catch it
Come
on
on,
the
babe. Sit
rebound.
right there.
So a
Come
two-game
on,
losing skid
move.
here, Charles. Certainly not the end of the world, but really they need to stop it right here.
I'm
They've
gonna
got
go
to come
upstairs and
together as a
eat
team.
anyway.
Can't just rely on the coaching staff to
Really?
tell them to stop. As a team, get together, make up your minds you're going to do things a lot better going forward, and end this two-game losing streak.
So for the Titans, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
Caught up in my, put your head on backwards, then skate off after engaging, laughed about what just happened. Napkins get sent to mammy. Catch you in traffic, you sitting dapping like stealing candy. My ceilings absent, my wheels are massive, my friends assassins. All of us, our mothers queens and our women dancers. My rivers rapping, my fingers splashing, my gills are flapping. I bit some matches, then sip something and kiss the dragon.
I'm really rapping, no fingers snapping, them packing. Y'all slipping, my swag is dripping, so here's a napkin.